打球音、そして大歓声。投手大谷が自ら放った衝撃のプレイボール、ホームラン、防御率0.73という異次元の投球を見せながら、なぜ彼は打席に立ち続けるのか。打者に専念すべきという批判を力でねじ伏せた大谷の二刀流、完全無欠オブ真実に迫ります。
The Dodgers are playing the Brewers on the road, so we're getting a little earlier game. But Ohtani's last start, we got the full Ohtani experience. We got the 5 scoreless innings, and he lowered his ERA to 0.73. Like, the man just keeps getting better. And he started the game with that first pitch, leadoff home run, and then struck out the side. And the reason I think this was so meaningful is this is the first time this month that Ohtani was hitting on days he was pitching. And we've had a conversation, Brock, all week about, you know what, like, should he be hitting when he's pitching, and who's making this decision? And it was like, you know what, if this is an Ohtani decision, I'm okay with it, because Ohtani should be the one that is dictating how he manages and his workload, because that's what he's done throughout his entire career, because we've never seen anybody do what he is doing right now. And that's how it's always been. From the moment he came into Major League Baseball, Ohtani has said, this is what I need to be at my best. And he's an MVP. You listen to the unicorn.
Things are going pretty well for him.
Exactly. And that moment of leading off the game with a first pitch home run really felt like actions speak louder than words. And yesterday we got confirmation on this whole situation, because we had ESPN MLB reporter Alden Gonzalez on the show, and I asked him, you know, is this an Ohtani choice?
This is a Dave Roberts and the Dodgers as a whole decision. It's not a Shohei Ohtani decision. He's gone along with it. He has said the right things. He has said that he understands. He has not said he agrees with it, but he said that he understands why they're doing it. But it's definitely a Dodgers decision.
That's spicy insider information right there.
And Dave Roberts is right.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Born out of a germ of truth deep within your cerebral sports cortex.
Where are we going?
That you believe in what you're saying.
Okay.
Well, he tells you every day.
Let's do it. By the way, it's like going to be like almost once every 5 days we replay this. Go ahead and hit it right here. Go ahead and hit it. Replaying you giving your 2 cents on whether Ohtani should keep pitching.
I get it.
Enough with the pitching sideshow. Ohtani needs to go back to hitting only, or the Dodgers not going to make the NLCS.
So you think he's not hitting well because he's pitching?
1,000%. I don't know how you could dispute that. Guy doesn't pitch for 2 years. We see 50-50 and the greatest offensive player we've ever seen. Now we're back to pitching? What is he hitting, 240?
It's just baseball, man. It happens. It just happens.
I don't know. I went to a couple games over the weekend. Didn't hit the broadside of a barn.
I hear you. I get it.
Something's off.
I know. You got Braves mania over there.
Enough with the pitching. No one cares.
That's
we're there
not
to
true.
see. We're there, yes,
Untrue. No
it
one
is
cares.
true. We're
Untrue.
there to see you hit.
Untrue.
We're there to see you hit. We're not there to see you do something cool every 5th day. We're there to see you do something awesome every day. Let's hit.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong.
No, it's wrong o'clock. Last night in San Diego. First pitch of the game. What happens first pitch of the game? He got it.
He got it.
I mean,
Gives himself a 1-0 lead that he then goes ahead and protects because he pitched 5 scoreless. And his ERA is now down to 0.73. Since Chris Brockman said this, Ohtani's hitting .448 with 2 homers, 10 runs batted in, 8 runs, 7 walks, and 12 innings pitched, 7 hits, 12 strikeouts, not a single run given up,
man,
and 2 wins. Since you said it.
You're welcome, Dodger fans. Okay, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
I lit the beast,
What
clearly.
can I say except you're welcome.
What, did you expect him to say anything other than that? Did you expect
Clearly.
him to say into a microphone, I was wrong?
Clearly
Because
lit
he
the
won't.
beast.
Fantastic.
Okay.
I screwed that up.
Yeah,
By the way,
yeah, Chris, because Shohei heard you.
Baby.
That's right.
What?
Yeah.
No.
As a player, sometimes you have to be saved from yourself. Shohei Ohtani is unlike anything we have ever seen. Shohei Ohtani is the ultimate competitor, and he demands more out of himself than any fan or player or coach can ever demand out of him. And the more I think about it, the more I realize Dave Roberts steps in to say, I have to save you from yourself. We are going to take a step back. And when I feel you are good enough to be your best self, again, when I see the fire in your eyes that I want to see from earlier in the season and every other year you've played baseball, then we will put you back in both.
Brock, that's madness.
With coach, that can help the team.
Brock.
You can help the team.
Brock. Yeah. What we saw in his last outing was him coming to the plate. The first time that he's hitting this month when he's pitching and blasting a first pitch home run. That is actions speak louder than words. Let me show you why I deserve to be in the lineup while I'm pitching. Because Alden made it very clear, this is not a Shohei Ohtani choice. This is a Dave Roberts choice, okay? Ohtani wants to be in there. He wants to be hitting every single day, especially when he's hitting well. Why? Why would you limit something for someone who has spent his entire two-way career when he's healthy doing this exact thing and hitting while he's pitching and, like, doing it to the best we have ever seen? He literally had the best game, arguably, by an athlete of all time in the playoffs when he hit 3 home runs and struck out 10 in the postseason. Like, there is absolutely a live caller, and we got Chris in L.A. Thank you for calling in. How we feeling? What's going on?
Hey, thank you both for being here. This is great to have you guys in L.A.
What's up, Chris?
Thank
Long
you.
overdue. Long
Thank
overdue.
you.
Hey, I'm gonna have to agree with Brock. So two things.
What?
With the Rams.
Oh, okay. We're going
two
back
things.
to the Rams. We're going back to the Rams.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, both.
Okay.
So I tend to give successful people and organizations the benefit of the doubt because they've shown that they know what they're doing. So as far as Lesney taking Ty Simpson, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. There's rumors that they may try to get the other big Devontae Adams. No, not Devontae. Brown. So maybe that
AJ
Brown.
Brown. Yep.
AJ Brown. Maybe that factored in. I don't know what's going on. He's a smart dude. They've won, so I'm okay with that. As far as Dave Roberts, you have to sometimes, as you said, protect the player from themselves. The downside possibly of working him, like, both ends, is later on there is some fatigue. I don't need to challenge him. Dave knows he doesn't need to challenge him. He's already done the best of both sides, so there's no challenge factor. It's all about making sure we limit him so that we know he still has something in the tank later on, because you just never know. So I think there's a perfect balance in there, but I would not overwork him. I would just try to limit him to make sure we have him for when we need, and we have him relatively fresh for when we need him, and that's later on.
Thanks for listening, Chris.
Thank you, Chris. I don't know. I strongly disagree with both of you guys.
Series is what? Anything?
Well, the Dodgers, I don't think, and I said this even last year, they went into that series, top 2 teams in the division. The Padres have been winning games. You talk to Padres fans, like, we're not really sure how we're winning games right there.
Right.
Like, all season long, the mainstays in our lineup haven't produced. You can look at the starting rotation and be like, okay, what's going on here besides basically Michael King and Vasquez? We know the bullpen. So I feel like they've, like, performed as well as they can considering the situation. The Dodgers, to me, haven't played their best baseball yet at all, and they're sitting here at 31-19. I just think, like, when you go up and down this lineup, and we talk about the Braves right now, we're going to talk about the Rays. This is not a hot take. I never try to do that, but the Dodgers are just the best roster. They're the best roster in baseball, and I don't think it's close. That's my takeaway.
Okay.
Going into San Diego and winning games like that, very difficult. And they just went and did it. And again, I don't think they played their best baseball.
For me, it was, and this was my mistake.
They played their best baseball.
For me, it was, and this was my mistake. I didn't put it in the show yesterday, and there were a lot of Dodger fans that said, your Dodger bias showing through again. First of all, stop. We talk more about the Dodgers than any team on this show, so stop. We talk plenty about them. But the Andy Pages at bat Tuesday night against Mason Miller was fantastic. A 9-pitch at bat, kept fouling pitch and pitch away, and ended up, this was a 4-4 game, and ended up hitting a sac fly and handing Mason Miller his first loss as a Padre. It doesn't exactly allow you to stick out your chest and say, ha, we got to Mason Miller. There was obviously an error on a pickoff attempt that was not great that kind of led to this, but that's fine. That's how you beat a great, great closer these days. But I think it shows the maturity of Andy Pages. Probably even last year, that's a 4-pitch at bat, and he's walking back to the dugout with his head down. I think we've seen the development of Andy Pages to the point where, you're never going to consider him. There's still 5 or 6 other guys you're going to talk about in that lineup before you get to Andy Pages' name, but it just shows you what this team is all built about when you get to Andy Pages and you're like, Jesus, we're going to get a guy who's hitting 30 homers. I know he had 27 last year, but remember, he did not start the last 2 games of the World Series. He did come in and make the catch of the World Series, but he didn't start, and that's because they trusted other guys. Now, I do think it's going to be fascinating, something to watch here in the next couple weeks when Kike and when Tommy Edman are eventually healthy, and I don't know the exact dates here. What is this roster going to look like? Because you're not going to replace Teo in left. You're not going to replace Kyle Tucker in right. You already kind of got a DH. It's going to be interesting to see where we go because Kike you could have put in center at times. You're not doing that now.
No, probably 6th in B-WAR right now, and I'm curious, is that the longest, since Mason Miller has become Mason Miller, that's got to be the longest at bat that he's had. 9 pitches. It has to be.
Yeah, usually he's out of the inning by then.
Are just so exceptional.
To put a period on Ohtani, it lowered his ERA to 0.73, which is the 6th lowest by a traditional starting pitcher in the live ball era through the first 8 starts of the year. We all remember Fernando, that are my age, 1981, 0.50, which is ridiculous. Mike Norris, who pitched for the A's, 0.52, also in 1980. Zach Greinke, a 0.6 ERA in 2009, and then Al Benton, a 0.70 in 1954, wasn't around for it. And Jacob deGrom, we all remember the amazing start he got off to in 2021 before being banged up, 0.71. Those are the only guys who had better marks than Shohei Ohtani in his 0.73. He's going to win his 5th MVP, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going to. And can you win the MVP and the Cy Young? Will they let you do that?
Well, yeah, you've seen, yes, you've seen pitchers in recent years, right?
So, when Kershaw won the MVP, he also won the Cy Young?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you do both. It's happened. Justin Verlander.
Yeah. That's
I believe
insane.
Dennis
Shohei just, did he ever come out and say, I want to win the Cy Young this year? I know that's the narrative. Did he have an interview where he said that?
Don't know. Dodger fans, you can drop it in the comments, or anybody else, just a baseball fan, throw it in there.
Because then what's left? Because if he said, I want to win a Cy Young and just goes and does it, is there anything left for him to win? The Roberto Clemente Award? Has he won that yet? He's going to be all over the charitable events next year. That's my call right there.
By the way, to me, it's a little, I know it's ticky-tack. I don't think you win the Roberto Clemente Award. I think you receive the Roberto Clemente Award.
Okay, sorry. I don't know.
Well, but in my opinion,
I earn it. How about you earn it?
I think you can earn it. I think you can earn it. I don't think winning something.
That was very ticky-tacky right there.
But
you calling me out
here's
like that?
why. Here's what. Hear me out for a second. When I think you're talking about changing your community, I don't think you win. I think that you
win the award.
I don't think it's winning. I hate it that they have a vote, by the way. Excuse me. I think they still allow fans to vote. What the hell are we doing here? It's not a popularity contest. That's not what it is. Somebody should be the recipient of the award. I hold it in such high regard.
I do.
I hold it in such high regard. All right, whatever. Let's see here. Dan wrote in our little chat, all I found was this random Dalton Rushing quote. He wants a Cy Young, said Dalton Rushing. Apparently he's been vocal about wanting to win a Cy Young, maybe with his teammates. Good job, Dan. All right, that's nice. Let's continue on. Dodgers take 2 out of 3 in this series, so they're back up on top. in the division. Your biggest takeaway from the series is what? Anything?
Well,
ここまで見てくれたあなた、本当にありがとう。この動画が少しでも面白かったら、コメントで意見を聞かせてください。そして高評価、シェア、チャンネル登録も忘れずに、次の動画でまた一緒に野球の熱狂を味わいましょう。